Hello everyone, my name is Vinay. I am going to present the recycling and self-regulation in nature on the basis of subject of year 3. We are going to represent the how the recycle and the self-regulation occurred in the nature, and I am going to present the every possible regions of the nature. Next we have the topic about what is recyclability in nature. We have watched as a nature never waste anything, and dead plants and animals break down and return the soil. Next we will be create the nutrients or reused by the other living things. Nothing is wasted. All materials go back into the environment. In this environment there is no thing materials will be going to waste. It will be as it is in environment, and we have the plants, animals and waste breakdown into nutrients for soil and other living things. Tiny organisms like fungi, bacteria and worms turn waste into useful soils. It will going to be use the organism into fungi, bacteria and useful soils. And next we will turn into water, carbon and nutrients move through the environment again and again. It will be again repeatedly it will cycle and water, carbon and nutrients move to the environment again and again. Next we will be see the nature never waste anything. The nature will be never waste anything. It will be shows that dead plants and animals break down and into the soil. A plant or animal which is dead, next it will be going to create the and join to the soil, and nutrients are used to other living things, and nothing is wasted. It will be there is no nothing wasted in the world entire environment, because all material break into some chemical particles and non-organic particles into the soil. Plants and animals and waste break down into nutrients and soil and other living things. For example, fungi, bacteria and worms are turned into useful soils. It will be used for health of the soils and make the breakdown of the carbons and nutrients. And tiny organisms like I will say that again and again, fungi and bacteria waste into the useful soils. Water, carbon and nutrients move through the environment again and again. This will be going to the shows the recyclability in nature. Next we will go to the example of recycling in nature. Here we have many examples of recycling like fungi, bacteria and many tiny animals. It will be recompose the soil and give very healthy soil, and it will provide the many examples like dead leaves, animal waste, water cycle and many animals and plants. We have the first dead leaves become compost. It will be dead leaves gives the compost like gobar, and it will be going to give nutrient to the soil. Dead leaves becomes compost, and next will be animal waste adds nutrient to soils. Animal waste never will be animal waste is waste, but never waste to the water cycles. Rains, rivers, oceans and clouds keep reusing the water. We can reuse water as taking as a water cycle, rain, rivers and oceans, and dead leaves decompose and become nutrients for the plants, and dung from the animals adds nutrients to help the plants grow. Rain, rivers, ocean, evaporation, clouds, rain again and again. The cycle will be going to show that rain first the environmental rain will be occurs. The rain fill up the water into the rivers and oceans, and rivers go to the oceans. Oceans will be evaporate the water, and evaporated water will be going to the clouds, and clouds remake the rain, and rain will be again reschedule their programs. It will be my recycling and nurturing graph. We have the totally we have show that recycling and nature and dead leaves and about compost and about animal waste and dead leaves, and we also take that rain, rivers, oceans and evaporation. This will be repeated immediately.
Hi everyone, myself Abhisheksingh.
BSc department. It is my topic self-regulation. Self-regulation is a cycle where it includes both points like self-identification, self-awareness, self-regulation, and self-development. It includes some parts of confidence, hopes, optimization, resilience. Self is ourself, and self-development is a social things. What is the self-regulation in nature? Self-regulation in nature is the most important topic. Nature keeps thinking balance on its own. If there are too many animals, food run out, populations goes down. If plants grow too much, animal eats the plants and balance the nature and restore the nature. If something become too much or too little, nature adjusts over time. Nature is adjust and balancing our nature. Animal eat plants and their waste help plants grow. This creates a cycle. Animal eat the plants and this goes cyclic order. Rainfall control plant growth. So, and the season used to me grow the and rest. Season will use and it grows the plants and this plant is grown and animal is eat the plant and balancing our nature. Once balance our nature, it will be good for human values, good for human health and our nature. Nature keep balancing and its own. Nature is balancing and its own. If there are too many animals, food. If there are too many animals, then animal population is increasing. If plants grows too much, then animals eats that plant and grown and plant and it's balancing. If something becomes too much little, then nature its own balance itself. And animal eat plants and their wastes helps plants grow quickly and this creates a cycle. Rainfall controls plant growth. Seasons gives me to grow and rest. And rainfall is control the plants behavior. And next slide is our energy flow and minimal waste. Energy flow and minimal waste. There will be sun goes to the plant, sun rays goes to the plant and plants will grown up and this and animal eat these plants and it is a. My next topic is energy flow and minimal waste. The sun radiation will goes to the plant. The radiation will convert into photosynthesis. The plants is grown up. This is eaten by the animals. Once the animal is dies, his body will decompress. Matter is recycled is energy flow. Matter is recycled is energy flows. Natural system gives a minimal or zero wastage. Energy from the sun flows through the producers, plants, then consumers like animals, and finally to the decompressor. Plants converts the sunlight into energy via photosynthesis. Sunlight convert into photosynthesis, the plant is grow up and the plant will eaten by the animals. And once the animals is dies, the animal's body will decompress by the soils, insects. Then this will be used the energy from the soil. Matter is recycler is energy flow. And energy is never waste and it gives a zero waste for our nature. Energy from zero wastage. Natural systems cannot give our any wastage from nature. This is the best for our nature.
best for our nature. Matter is recycled is zero flow. Oh, my topic is over.
Hi guys, I am Mahesh. I am from CSA department. Here I am doing the 3 R's. The introduction of the 3 R's is reduce, reuse, recycle. Here reduce is use less and less waste less. Here we are minimizing the waste in the environment. Why it is important? Because we prevent the pollution in the environment. When we buy the product, we use again and again the same product by multiple purposes. It helps to the benefits the environment and reduces the items are second life. Means one items will use again and again by another product reduce the environment damages and new ones and the glass repairs for storage in the for the multiple things in the same bag. Environmental benefit. Here the next topic is the nature balance system. Predator and prey. Lion eats zebra, but not many. Seasons helps to control growth, breeding, and rest in ecosystem. Weather change help move water and clean air. Cool and warm areas. Trees absorb the carbon dioxide in the environment and release the oxygen. And it helps to the movements for the breathing and procedures. We are calling the plants as the procedures. Next, we are bees and butterflies and birds helps to plants reproduce by the spreading the pollen glands. Volcanoes, fires and floods can make the land riches and start a new life. Animals move with the season and spreading the seeds, and this is the reason for the reproductive in the plants and balancing the food source and supporting many ecosystem. Forest ecosystem as self-regulating system, biodiversity and resiliency, canopy and layers and soil interactions, natural checking and balances. Forest ecosystems maintain a balance among various components. Here producers are called as the plants and consumers animals and decomposers. Fungi and bacteria called as the decomposers. Natural feedback loops helps to regulate population size and here season helps to control growth and breeding is depends upon the season. Under season it has to be breeding and rest in ecosystem. Weather change helps move water, clean air and cool and warm areas. Here each level is depend upon the previous or the next level. Procedures plants and herbivores, carnivores and decomposers. Each level depends upon the other. Here plants produce. Here plants are the population is increased by the bees, butterflies and birds in the environment. It helps to the plants reproduce by spreading the pollen. Fires and floods also can help to the
myself from CSE department. I am talking about why it's handled recyclability. It's have many types like environmental impact reduction, energy savings, circular economic, consumer and corporate responsibility. I'm talking about reduction, and reduction is the need for raw material. Example: mining, logging, which is done lower the overpopulation, population and conserve natural habitat, cuts down landfill waste and prevent harmful materials like plastic or heavy metals from leaching into the environment. Well, next point is energy savings.
Energy savings, which manufacture the product from recycled materials using require less energy than making them from virgin resource. For instance, recycling aluminum saves to a 95% of energy needed to make new aluminum. And third point, circular economy. Here, we use recyclability supports a circular economy where materials are reused repeatedly rather than disposed for after one use. The model is most suitable and economic sufficient over time. And next fourth point, a consumer and corporate responsibility, where we use the increase the recyclability in the product, reflecting shift towards the corporate environmental responsibility and influence consumer behavior towards more suitable choice. Increase and we are talking about self-regulation, why it's matter. It matter for the prevention of over-regulation, flexibility and innovation, trust, reputation, sustainability and leadership, organizing that leads, self-guides and the self-regulation always for quicker. And then if industry proactive set there is one own standard and monitor the environmental and recyclability is why they matter together. A recyclability embedded into the self-regulation guide responsibility product and the management industries can create about a sustainability in environment has a flow of why it matters. A nature shows the electronic industry faces growth, and a natural shows us how to reuse a state and balance. We can learn in that we can learn 3 R's like reuse, recycle, and we can reuse more use, less plastic, let nature what is its job. Excess itself when damaged, everything in a connected support or living organism. Example like when give the sunlight, the plant takes the photosynthesis and when the animal eats the plants, then it decomposes. When the animal dies and decomposes, it makes a recycle more than after it gives in small insects and material it drops. Nature shows how reuse and stays balanced. In that we use less plastic, and nature what it does a job. It fixes itself and damage every support in a nature. It connected support as every living thing is needs. Now we are lastly going to the conclusion of this our topic reusability and self-regulation of this. Nature is a matter of recycle and balances. Everything in the nature is reused and keep in an economic system harmony. By this learning from nature, we can create sustainable futures. Applying this in principle helps protect and plant living in things. Nature shows to how the harmony with the earth. Everything in nature reused and keep economic system. And in this harmony, its self-regulation ensure the nature remaining stable, population and resource, energy flow and natural imbalanced. Here we can apply the principle like protection. Thank you all.